Hey everyone, we're just gonna go over some kind of like new updates we've been having here at DG. So we now have like a live chat option through Intercom. If you go to the bottom right hand corner in Genius Studio or Deals, you can see a little like modal with a question mark on it, and you can actually reach us out directly to there. It's me and our director of product on there. You can also find all the help videos there as well, like how to send out a deal, how to navigate Genius Studio, and how to enter buy box in. Usually everything is like pretty self-explanatory on how to kind of go through, but now that is available. So if I'm available, or if our boss is available, then we can hop on and help at any time. And we are coming out very soon with like a lower tiered plan. So like we'll have so after like really the hundreds of meetings I've had with people, a common theme I've had was, I really wish I had this when I was just starting out so I don't have to like rebuild everything. But at the same time, it was a price they had to commit to. So I think we could find a middle ground where we created a plan where, someone just starting out with building their buyers list can use our platform at a really cheap and affordable cost to be able to at least start building their foundation properly with, let's just say, 50, 75, 100 buyers. And they can also send out deals on the platform. They don't have to pay, the larger monthly subscriptions with features they don't really need at this point in time in their company. For example, like lower tier users really need just basic functionalities, such as being able to just log a buy box in general, and to be able to send deals and to distribute deals through SendFlow, and to be able to manage all their deals. That is like the core functionalities that are important to them. Now the core functionalities that are not important to them is like things like Genius Map, seeing all your past closed deals, canceled deals, active deals. Like that's not really important to those people, but it becomes increasingly important when you're doing more volume, when you have more data, when you have more canceled deals, when you have more closed deals. This helps dramatically when you're doing Dispo, and as far as like also market research, understanding your market, seeing where you're canceling deals, seeing where you're closed deals. That's not important when you're when you're just starting out to build your buyers list and you're just starting to Dispo. If you're already doing like more than at least 3 deals a month, it's pretty vital to know where have we canceled deals, where have we closed deals in the past, and so on and so forth. So usually I make these kind of like brainstorming boards, and I'll talk with early adopters and we'll come up with ideas. I'll essentially we'll identify their problems, and we will come up together with some sort of grand idea, and I'll just design it out. And we have a couple of really cool things coming, like Genius Map, being able to see your past closed, canceled deals, and active deals. Next thing, like phase 2 above that, would be being able to see like where your buyers are really buying, like where they're looking for deals in, where they're not looking for deals in, so you can maybe tailor your direct to seller efforts or your marketing efforts towards those kind of more blue areas where buyers are really looking. Another thing that we're working on in the pipeline right now is like with purchase history. So we feel like purchase history is actually a direction we want to go to. As far as like with newer investors or really anonymous investors, it's not really going to play a big role. But for most investors that are doing like at least somewhat of a deal volume, at least a deal every quarter or something, even something of that sort, it could be very useful. Essentially what it is we will, like the grand vision for it is to essentially track a buyer's purchasing activity. Like we would track it all for you, and we would identify if they were rental buys, if they were fix and flip buys, or something like that. And we would essentially, when a deal is being sent, if we find some similarities with the deal you're sending and the deal that they bought in the past, we would leverage obviously some heavy algorithms and a fine-tuned AI model to be able to generate essentially personalized statements such as, hey, I got this new one and it's it's not too far from the flip you did on 123 Main Street, or it's in the same neighborhood as you did that one flip in, or this one's also a 3-bed like the one you just sold. So like it's actually really intricate, and it's very complex to just get that one piece, because you have to like establish the purchase history. You have to establish what each purchase was intended to do. So you have to, and then like for non-disclosure states where they don't log sales history, it's a little bit more difficult. We'd have to train the model to we have to like build this whole entire algorithm to do that. And we're working on that now. I have a relatively strong idea on how it can be done. We believe that for those 80 or at least 50% of investors that see that type of text, like, hey, I got a new one in, it's pretty hot, it's actually in the same area you did an air flip in, I think that should be primary, and then secondary should be buy box. So if we can't find anything that's similar, then we'll just default to buy box, which is what it is now, and that's great and everything, but I think this would really add a whole nother layer of personalization, and I think it would take from where we are now to I think a 3x in, I guess, I don't know how you quantify it, but personalization. I believe that it will probably take as far as the initial infrastructure just to get to MVP would take a month and a half. I mean, if not less. I think it'll take a lot sooner than that. As far as the actual data scraping and figuring out how we can have that auto updating and be able to connect that and wrap it all together, I think that'll take another 2 months. It's very capital intensive. I mean, I would say like 2-3 months. Very ambitious timelines, but I believe that if we can crack this, we can add a whole nother layer of personalization. We can probably 1.25x. This is my hypothesis. Is at least get 10 to 15% more responses per deal, adding this personalized layer of mentioning previous purchase history. Our current average reply rates are really great. It's just, I think we could bring it up even more with, we already have personalized swaps, which is already bringing up the score. We're also going to do purchase history, which will also bring out the score. In the future, when we have enough conversation data, we'll also do a ghostwriting layer. So essentially how we're going to attack it is every buyer and user interaction, we will fine-tune a specific model, just train only on that single interaction. Yes, for the technical people, you understand how crazy that sounds. But this will be the only way we can achieve a 90% accuracy for what's called ghostwriting. Essentially what this ghostwriting function is that it will take the original marketing message that would have went out and essentially rewrote it in a way where you would have said it to that buyer. So if you say bro a lot to a buyer, you say brother a lot to a buyer, you say ma'am a lot, you say, you say this a lot, you're very punctual with this buyer, but you're not punctual with this buyer. We can actually be able to log this conversation history and to fine-tune a very specific model, just one single model, just for this interaction. Yes, this is something that's that doesn't even sound scalable, but I've been talking to some machine learning engineers, and I think it's very possible. I think it's not high impact right now. Once we have enough conversation data from our users, we can actually create these sort of models that could sound exactly like the user, and I think that could maybe increase total response rate maybe by, I don't think it'll actually increase total response rate. I think it will make current buyers that are responding more receptive, or I guess less feeling like it's a marketing message. So those are all the things in the pipeline. We want to attack buyer data soon. We haven't been able to find a reliable source to license pre-nurtured data. So we're just going to go the route of just doing it ourselves. But now we're first going to head in to the market, attacking the high value players to get as much feedback and to iterate the product as quickly as possible. And then we're going to head down market now to start to start serving the lower early market, so that as they start growing as a business, as they start scaling, we can grow with them essentially. That was one big mistake I made at a previous company. Was essentially we didn't charge more as the product essentially grew. So like if we make our users more money, it's only fair that we also make more money. And it's not like unfair. Obviously, with higher plans, we'd offer even more value. But that is the plan as of now. We've been continuously trying to make our models more efficient, more cheap, more effective, and more powerful, our algorithms, and trying to really make the experiences a lot more personalized for the buyer. We have a lot of ideas. I have like a zillion ideas, and just not enough time to execute. But that is currently like where we're at with Dispo Genius. We don't want to play in the buyer data game yet. We want to just stick to our lane and get really good at our one thing, really stay sharp at this kind of Dispo system. I wouldn't really say a CRM, but I guess it is a CRM. I hate CRMs. Just the logistical side of things, like the phone number, A2P, all that stuff. We just want to focus on like a plugin that plugs straight into your high-level account, and you can use our system to leverage and amplify your Dispo a lot more. Really big ambitions. We're very aligned with customers still. And sometimes I'm starting to feel like we have to ignore customers, not in the sense that we like don't care about them, in the sense of we have to fight bigger fires in order to serve our customers even better in the near future, which is the philosophy there right now. So I think we're past our MVP stage, at least initially. I think we still obviously have a long journey ahead as far as product development. I would say in the past 4.5 months, I'm pretty impressed with what we've done here at the company. I'd say like 5 months actually. So 5 months, and now it's time to start actually opening to the broader market, because we now understand users and understand what's important to a newer wholesaler trying to build their buyers list and a more veteran wholesaler that already has thousands of buyers. We now know that kind of like what they need and what these guys need, and we can structure our plans in that sense. I will see you guys in the next video.